Hello, Internet! I am here today to play Transformers the Game, the official tie-in to the 2007 movie Transformers, directed by our favourite director, Michael Bay. Oh, okay.
Our once proud race was torn apart by war.
And cryptocurrency.
Factions rose and fought for that which gave us life.
Frenzy, just bringing it home.
The Autobots, who are sworn to protect it, and those who desire it.
Getting real step on me energy from that.
The Decepticons. For centuries it has remained hidden. But now the safeguarding of the Allspark has brought us here. This world will not be ready for our war. Our warriors.
For our racial stereotype
have come.
Combatants.
Our fates and the future of this world shall be decided here.
Like, specifically this world. No other world, apparently. Ironhide. And Ratchet, who is not playable in this game, sadly. Wing. Don't even know who that is. No. One shall stand, and one shall fall. Nah, just kidding. We're both falling.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Yeah, I just said that. Now, being a benevolent player, I shall be starting out my playthrough as Blackout. Well, at least the game doesn't need a help section, with all the controls being conveniently shown on loading screens, which, frankly, more games should do, especially considering that games don't have help menus anymore.
Mayday, Mayday, this is AF-4500. We've been hit by an unidentified bogey and are going down.
It looked kind of like a giant robot. A Gundam, perhaps.
The military base should have an uplink to Central.
Hi, Starscream, you magnificent bastard.
Will be able to download the location of the Allspark.
You know, if we'd gotten, like, this game, but with, like, the story and structure of the DS games, this could have been the perfect Transformers game. But, that's a kind of things I'll get to
present
here.
yourself to the humans' military base, Blackout. Show them a proper Decepticon welcome.
So, basically just shoot them. Got it.
Incoming aircraft, you have entered controlled airspace.
I come in peace.
Open fire.
Ah, just kidding, I come in pieces. Wait, that didn't make sense. Ah, whatever. I'm the bad guy, I don't need to make sense.
Defenses before they can call in reinforcements.
You know, it's not the Energon wave sound, or like the Energon wave gun from the film, the... But, you know what? Big blue explosions. I'm good with that. You know, even though this is like the most destruction you can cause out of any of the Transformers movie tie-in games, I still feel like Blackout is kind of underpowered in the amount of damage you can take here. But hey ho, I suppose that's why we have Deus Ex health sources. I will say that Blackout easily has the most cheesable weapon out of this entire game. Then again, I suppose that pays off considering that he spent half of this map as Scorponok, who is probably the most underpowered character in this whole game. I just realised something. the model for like when those helicopters are falling out of the sky, it's not the same kind of. I'm pretty sure that's the model, a model of a plane falling out the sky and not a helicopter after you shoot them. Also, what is in these planes that's making them blow up like that? Because that is the most volatile fuel I have ever seen. That's bigger than my explosions! Oh, so you're telling me that the helicopter missiles are even stronger than the Cybertronian death bomb? Okay, we'll just keep going with this. Just in a nick of time. I feel good about myself.
I have detected communication arrays near your location. Advance to the beacon and deploy Scorponok to take care of it.
What? That squirrel piece of shit. Why? Why? Why?
Fool, they're getting away! Deploy Scorponok to hunt them down while you search for more data.
Yes, go and do that. I need to go and do blackout stuff.
The humans are trying to transmit a distress signal using mobile communication vehicles. Hunt them down. Hunt them down and destroy them all.
Alright, so, like, I'm just casually gonna kill Lennox now, because he's not in the game story at all. And, in my humble opinion, I think that the Decepticon campaign is somewhat canon to the Autobots campaign up to a point. You know what, sod it. Who needs jaws when you have miniguns? Oh yeah, and a tail, I guess. That's physics. You know, you can't actually kill like the individual humans running around in this. Like, when I grew up, I played the PlayStation 2 version of this game, which didn't have the processing capacity to render like the humans. But even though they're in this version of the game, you can't really interact with them. Like in Revenge of the Fallen, you can at least watch them ragdoll when you run them over, which is hilarious when you're playing as an Autobot, I just want to say. The thing with this is that the time constraints are also kind of pesky, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm assuming back there I killed Lennox. They gave Laserbeak a voice in like the third film. Why can't they give Scorponok a voice? I mean, Scorponok got tragically nerfed in the first film. He was like originally the Decepticon equivalent of Fortress Maximus, if you could believe.
I've marked your objective location with a beacon. Advance to it now.
Surprise, bitches! He's just playing chuckle cards in this game. Whereas the humans are absolutely bulletproof. And something that happens throughout this game is that sometimes, maybe not with Blackout, but I think with Ironhide, the cutscene model, they keep switching it out between the PlayStation 2 model and the 360 model, even in like the 360 version and PlayStation 2 version respectively, which just is super jarring because you've got one version of Ironhide that has all these like orange pieces all over him. It's
The
just
communication
weird.
centers. We must acquire the rest of that data.
I don't know if it was like a feature on like Blackout's figure, but the idea of him like turning the helicopter blades into a melee weapon is something I actually really like. You can't get it to trigger half the time. It's kind of sad that a melee attack is more effective than the Big Boom Bomb. That's its official name now, Big Boom Bomb. What's that made for? Jesus! Yeah, you can have it. And who were they expecting to operate that terminal, really? Like, on one hand, these levels like are like fun in the terms that you can just wreck everything, but on the... There we go. But, on the other hand, like, levels like this where you're supposed to be, supposedly, grabbing things intact, it just comes across as hilariously impractical. There we go. Okay, if you keep bitch slapping the building like this, it's shot. Of course, it's going to explode. You see, these aren't just any buildings. These are Michael Bay buildings. If you touch them any specific number of times, they're going to explode. You know, if the military really wanted to identify Decepticons in this game, just search for the vehicle with the highest poly count. Because, I hate to break it to you, but you other guys... not exactly proportionate. You know, when I come back to this game in retrospect, it really does kind of make sense that this is done by the same people who made the Lego games. Just because of how everything be explodey all the time.
Only one terminal left.
You see? Exactly what I was getting. You know, maybe I should have just put this on easy mode for the lulz. Because taking this much damage to jumps like this just doesn't feel right. Note to self for next time. And are you kidding me? Still not the thing that I'm looking for. If it's one of those like things where it's automatically on the last one you look at, I'm gonna lose it. Whee! I'll be taking that. Which just exploded in my face, because of course, Michael Bay property and all.
Fool! You must have triggered a distress signal from the...
Oh, did I?
Human reinforcements
Did I
are en
trigger a
route.
distress signal while I was blowing up their everything for the past 10 minutes? Honestly, Starscream, I don't even know what to say to you, like... preposterous. Okay, Scorponok should be coming back right about now.
The humans have reinforcements.
Ah, of course they do.
You'll have to
Right of the ass.
none alive.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing that, Starscream.
Reinforcements have arrived. Destroy them so you can make your escape.
Why? What the hell are they gonna do? Like, what were the, like, 500 million other helicopters gonna do to stop me from escaping, huh? Also, these are the slowest jets ever. Of all time. Also, I think it's, like, these jets are also the reason why Starscream in this game is the only one that I can really call a robot in disguise, since I am, like, 75% certain that these are basically just Starscream's model. Which, I suppose, would be very cathartic for Blackout, because Everybody hates Starscream. Including me, for that matter. Like, another reason I love the DS version of this game is because, where they don't so much go for gameplay in that, which, I mean, to be fair, it's a DS game. Like, they go full on for the plot, and Starscream, which is, in that game, I feel like the best version of the Bayverse Starscream, is despicable. And he absolutely shines in that, specifically with the actor who plays him in this game. Which is a pity, because you don't really see much of that in this version of the game. And they brought stealth bombers, because of course they did. Either these are the slowest jets of all time, or Blackout is the fastest helicopter of all time. I'm not gonna lie, like, the mayhem and destruction of this game is fun for maybe the first 5 minutes, but it really quickly becomes busy work. Which is probably why I no longer have the PlayStation 2 version. Like, I only have the 360 copy of this because I, let's face it, have hoarding problems. I bought it because I used to own it and I wanted it on the shelf. So, take from that what you will. One thing I'm grateful is there's at least not much aerial combat in this game, because keeping track of all these bloody jets is just a chore, to be fair. The minimap barely helps. And I don't know if this is because of the recording software, but it's not performing very well either.
No concrete evidence in the data you retrieved.
So this was basically all for nothing then.
Possession of an alien artifact whose origin correlates with the data you've acquired.
A human has it, then the Allspark is as good as ours.
You say that. Okay, dropping the party bomb, are ya? Didn't even blow anything up. Like, the base was in flames in, like, the end of the cutscene, the end of the first mission, and it's less destroyed when you leave than it was when you got there. Alright, well, on that note, we are calling that a day with, this episode of the Transformers, and they will return after these messages, I assure you. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video.